he was kind of a rudder in the newsroom. You sort of had a "what would Jim say" sort of question in the background, like, well, would Jim buy this or not, or I mean, he had his sort of tenets of journalism that were published, and just sitting around, and you kind of knew like that you had to stick to them. Not to use anonymous sources, unless it's a dire circumstance, or I mean, it's little basic things. But he was also just. I had heard that he had quite a temper in his younger years. I had not worked with him at those times, but he was pretty kind to me, and he was just a pleasure to be around. And it was, and he had this side to him that was, first of all, he was incredibly productive. I mean, he literally cranked out like a novel every year, which is pretty hard to do because, you have to have kind of a sense of discipline to be able to write every day for a couple of hours. And that's what he put himself to task to do on top of being on the news program. And then the other part that was a little more fun was he was really into buses. Like he used to work on a bus down in Texas, and he, a small local bus line, I think his dad might have run or something. And so he knew all these, he had like a bus call that he could do from memory of all these little towns in Texas. And he collected bus paraphernalia and signage of Greyhounds. I mean, his whole office was like a giant sort of bus museum. And he actually had like a barn full of bus stuff. That's what I'd heard. I never went out and visited, but
would have gotten along really well with Biden and his affiliation, his affinity for trains and Amtrak.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, I mean, he was nice to me. He was a force in the newsroom. I think people came to trust him, which was the kind of the end all be all in this business. Is if you can gain the audience's trust and maintain it over a period of years and decades, that's not easy to do.